Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to Mondays with Mondene. This is where we dive deep into life, love, liberty, democracy, and now more than ever, just telling the darn truth. I'm your host, Dee Mondene. And tonight, we're diving into another necessary conversation. Where in the heck is democracy going? And how safe is it for minority folks? Now, I want to be clear about something. The system that I'm talking about right now was never built for us, and right now it's preparing to bury us, quite frankly. If you're black, brown, indigenous, LGBTQ plus, undocumented, disabled, or poor, this is not the time to wait it out. Not the time to hope things will magically resolve. Not the time to make silence for safety or neutrality for wisdom. This ain't it. The storm isn't coming, folks. It done already hit. Under the ideological machinery of Project 2025, the United States government is unraveling the last fragile threads of democracy. Civil rights, environmental protections, diversities, initiatives, like academic freedom, they're all under a coordinated attack. States like Florida and Texas are banning black history, criminalizing defense, and dismantling inclusive education. Yeah, DEI programs, they're being quietly erased. LGBTQ plus programs are being rolled back, and corporations that once celebrated equity and equality are now backpedaling behind closed doors. Now, I need you to understand something. What is DEI? Diversity, equity, and inclusion, or we're hearing about it so much. Well, it was developed as a response to a centuries-old system of exclusion, inequality, and discrimination in workplaces, schools, and public institutions. Its purpose has been to correct disparities, widen access, and create spaces where people from all backgrounds can thrive. But you need to know something. They're lying to you when they say that it was about special treatment. It was not. It was about fair treatment, about leveling a playing field that has always been rigged. And that fact, it is now being targeted so viciously that it tells us how fragile justice still is in this, our great country of the United States of America. Trumpyism is more than just a looming threat right before our eyes, and in real time, the government is aggressive at unraveling the last threads of democracy. Civil rights, environmental protections, dude. Once again, DEI programs, once mainstream, are being erased from boardrooms, classrooms, and courtrooms. Now, this is what I'm wondering. Where's the outrage? Managed? Muted? Missing? Most leaders are choosing self-preservation over principle. Some are cowering to pressure. They're giving in to it. Others are hoping that silence will spare them. But Dr. King, in his wisdom, he warned us there comes a time when silence is nothing more than betrayal, people. And he gave us a blueprint for this very hour. He called for a new and unsettling force in our American life and our lifestyles. Not to burn down systems, but to expose their rot at the core. Not simply to destroy, but to awaken, reimagine, and to rebuild. That unsettling force is us, folks, and the time is right now. You know, I recently spoke with a colleague, a young woman whose company had launched a mentorship program for black employees after the murder of George Floyd. It was meaningful. It gave her hope, and it gave other folks hope. But last month, without any announcement, it vanished. No goodbye, no closure, just gone. That's how this system works. It doesn't always strike with violence. Sometimes, well, it is violent, but it's violent in a different way. It just erases you, and that's pretty violent. Piece by piece, memory by memory, step by step, mile by mile, program by program, until there's nothing left but gaslight and silence. And we are still being treated like fourth and fifth class citizens in a democracy we helped build. Well, I don't know. I want to say we built it, but our ancestors warned us. Malcolm X told us that the media would have us loving the oppressor and hating the oppressed. That's a lot to unpack. Fannie Lou Hamer said we were sick and tired of being sick and tired. James Baldwin reminded us to be black and conscious in America is to be in a constant state of rage. And of course, our beloved Dr. King, he called for moral disruption, not passive waiting. People, this isn't just a political moment. This is a moral confrontation. One side is rewriting laws, the other side is rewriting truth. One side is preparing to rule, the other is hoping just to survive. If we don't shift from hope to strategy, from survival to movement, we won't just lose rights, we'll lose our daggone future. We've got to do some things. We must mobilize right now, from church basements, like it used to be, to City Hall, from TikTok to the ballot box. Spend with purpose, redirecting our dollars toward justice-rooted businesses and communities. We need to raise our voices in schools, in boardrooms, in public and in private spaces. And we need to refuse Ziploc silence, because silence is not protection, it's surrender. Unifying across the lines is what's necessary for right now, because the only thing more powerful than our division is our collective clarity. This is not about tweaking the system. It's about unsettling it with truth, with strategy, with sacred defiance. Let it be known, the unsettling force is not a metaphor. It is a mission. It's a movement. And it's marching right now. And to those still waiting for a better time to stand up, there is no better time. This is the time. So I want to leave you with this. Listen to me good, y'all. If you're waiting for the system to save you, you've already been lost to it. But if you're ready to rise as an unsettling force with your voice, with your dollars, your feet, and your fire, then the movement you've been waiting for is waiting for you. I want you to tune in next week for more conversations that move us forward instead of backwards. And until then, stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay united. I got to give a special shout out to our sponsors, Post Shines. Not just another restaurant, Post Shines, but an institution located at 8139 North Denver, right here in the Kitten District. And you can expect the best soul food this side of the Willamette. There's Aunties and Tonties Daycare right around the corner, and they do a good job at representing care for our kids. Adorn Electric, they really light up our lives, and I'm grateful for their support on this podcast. You can visit us here at Celebration Tabernacle on Sunday mornings at 8131 North Denver, right here in Portland, Oregon. Now, I want to do a special thank you and a shout out to our production team, Dion, Robin, Andy, and Paul. Taviana does it, and she ain't that tall, but not one of them is bigger than the other, and they all stand together to make this fella better. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and followers. Please, I want you to share it. Turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing for Mondays with Mon and A. And be sure to follow us on Facebook. There you go, right there. Facebook, right there. And YouTube. I proved it. There it is, right there. I know I'm right. And thanks for one more time of being with you and allowing my voice to enter into your space. Remember, it's not just about the music. It's about the message. And let's keep the conversation going. It makes a difference, one beat at a time. So until next week, stay blessed. Well, you see me all the time, and I've always got something to say. Stay blessed. Keep your light shining. Later. You know, I talk about a lot about knowing where you came from to know where you're going. Well, I came from the projects of St. Louis, Missouri, and I ended up into the majestic mountaintops of Portland, Oregon. It's been a wonderful journey, and Lewis and Clark took that journey from St. Louis to Portland, and I took it too. It talks about who I am, and as I'm with you often in the in cyberspace or on websites or on the what do you call it, social media, I want you to know a little bit about me and who I am. This book talks about my fantasies, my failures, my triumphs, and more than that, it talks about the resiliency of being able to continue to go forward regardless of the odds. I'd get a copy. It's called From Maladies to Melodies. And I hope that you enjoy it and give me some feedback. God bless.
Hey, it's time for you to come to Post Shine. Check out that catfish sandwich. Oh my goodness, is that the shrimp po' boy? Man, look at that chocolate chip cake. Man, I need to get over to Post Shines at 8139 North Denver right now because this food looks delicious. Or call if you'd like, 503-978-9000. And don't miss it, you'll be sorry.
In times gone past, we find ourselves making excuses so that people reminded, ooh, I've got to get home and tend to the brand new business. I need some time alone. Can't just wait until I'm finished texting on my phone.